You're listening to Hey Pal, What's New with John, Alex, and Greg. Hey Pal, What's New is a product of Sack of Sin Entertainment. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all other social media platforms. Hey Pal, What's New can be found on Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and all other podcast locations. Or check us out at sackofsin.com or heypalwhatsnew.com. Warning, Hey Pal, What's New contains explicit content. John, Alex, and Greg are a pair of vulgar Gen Xers. If you are easily offended, please stop listening and go download a nice tame podcast like the Goop Podcast. You have been warned.
Here we go, losers.
I like watching kids work in sweatshops. How about you?
I just like to watch little kids sweat. Anyway, hey, everybody, guess what? It's Hey Pal, What's New? I'm Greg, and that's John Alex over there. Did you miss us? We're back. We haven't, maybe you noticed, maybe you didn't notice, but we skipped a week, so F you.
That's my fault.
It is your fault.
Okay, so with all,
Oh, hey, what up, Vi?
Being completely honest here, it was a matter of my daughters went to the Dan and Phil show down in Brooklyn. Dan and Phil, who are a bunch of YouTubers, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We could start it up the way we always do there. What's new with you there, Jackass Jones?
I went to fucking Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
You ain't seen the world's saddest Target unless you see the Target in Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
Dude, my CVS is about as big as that Target that they have there.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's in Brooklyn. Yeah, I had to take my daughters to go to the my Dan and Phil's. I don't know what the fuck it is. They're a bunch of TikTokers or YouTubers who did a live show.
Okay.
And it's been a fucking crazy week. So even these past couple of days, like Friday, it was like work, and then yesterday I went to go see. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Well, Friday was work, and there was an event or something on Netflix I watched. I can't remember what. Friday night.
Yeah, it was something. Yeah, we'll get into it.
And then I went to go see Salvati play at this little cafe in Millbrook, New York.
Okay.
Called Julian's Cafe.
Not a sponsor, but
no,
they could be.
Interesting place. They got like a tiny little stage that's enough for like one or two people to do an acoustic set.
That's
like
cool.
right up front in the window with the fucking Christmas Story leg lamp behind you.
Oh, Jesus. It's a major award.
Oh, you're all washed out, Greg.
I'm all washed up, actually, is what I am.
But, and then I spent most of today, like, really getting, like, trying to straighten this place up.
Yeah, that's what I was doing this week, too. I mean, I'm still battling the ends of this COVID stuff. I still sound like I'm underwater. I'm on steroids, so that's why I'm all freaking swole. Looking swole.
Your fucking arms.
Look at my head like this. I'm fucking swole. So I did that, and it was like cleaning garage. It's real exciting shit, man. Just like freaking, just cleaning up and just rearranging and like trying to recover from fucking COVID still after freaking 2 weeks. I don't know, man. Maybe I've got the long-term COVID. Who knows?
Stop it, Barry.
Yeah, we missed a week, so now we're back, and we're going to friggin' bring the pain. Much like...
bring my pain.
Yeah, we're going to bring the pain. Hardcore tooth from the brain. Whatever the freaking thing is like. But yeah, it was... my week, it was just getting over COVID and just... Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I can't even really get into it. It's a lot of selling houses and... all
selling
kinds of
houses. Did you sell the house? We didn't even get to talk about all. You're gonna have to tell me all about that off the air. I guess.
Yeah. We're in the process.
Well, that's okay because my wife's at a work event right now, so she's not even home. She's at it's their Friendsgiving. Dude, can we just fucking skip Thanksgiving, please? I'm gonna go on record. And those of you in TikTokville and Facebook land and all the other places, you tell me your thoughts on this. Do we need fucking Thanksgiving in this day and age? Like, do I still need this shit?
I like the couple days off.
I like the couple days off, but I don't like, dude. If I could just be me and like, you know what? Me, my wife, and the kids, and tell the kids, like, everybody has to be here. We're going to do, like, a big family dinner.
Yeah, why can't you just do that?
Not like a normal, like, oh, we're just going to sit down and have a lasagna. Like, we're going to do, like, a big family dinner, but just us. I don't want to invite the in-laws. I don't want to invite anybody else. I just want it to be us.
Newsflash, pal. You don't have to.
Oh, do you say that? You say that, dude. But it doesn't, it doesn't.
Thank God I don't have in-laws anymore, but I do. I mean, it used to be a big to-do. Now, I think this year, I mean, yeah, my girl cooks, so that's always good. She freaking brings it. And then, yeah, I mean, this year it's really just my family, the girls, and like Loretta's coming. Loretta, and Uncle Nick. That's it. So it's going to be pretty chill.
My wife's at her work thing right now, and they're all watching the podcast.
Probably not.
How funny would that be?
Yeah, it was funny. Not Violet. Zoe up at UConn. She was talking, I guess, with her friends. They're like they were gonna have a big watch along
tonight.
Not tonight, but she was like one night. She's like, yeah, one day, like they found out that you do, that my dad does a podcast, and they're like, oh, we should have a big watch along one night. And I was like, fucking yeah, we could use it. We could use the people.
We could.
But yeah, other than that, man, just been freaking crazy. I'm just getting over stuff. So we got lots of stuff to catch up on. So why don't we hit it off, man?
I'll hit it off. I don't have a drink.
John, you got any news? If you like my solo, it's like 5 minutes long. It's like the Karate Kid, which we'll talk about later.
Oh, God. I'm going to lead off with this.
What? Yikes.
R.I.P. Tony Todd, a.k.a. the Candyman.
God,
Candyman? The Candyman. Oh, my God, I said it 3 times.
Oh, shit. Watch out.
You're going to get Candyman.
Not the bees! Yeah.
No, isn't that Wicker Man?
It is Wicker Man, but no, they have all the bees in Candyman. But yeah, a true freaking horror legend, man.
Oh yeah,
I mean, between Candyman and he always played these like little bit parts in the very underrated Night of the Living Dead, the remake where he played the main character.
Yes,
fucking really, really good. Better than it should be.
Yeah.
Well, you also got Tom Savini who did it, so I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So yeah, that was a big loss. The old. Be my victim. Final Destination. I mean, the guy's a horror icon. So that was one that, and I, came out of nowhere. It was just like, oh, damn, okay.
Yeah.
So really, that was really the, there was another one too, wasn't there?
The guy, what was his name? I forgot. Elwood Edwards. He was 74. You may know him better as the voice of You've Got Mail. Imagine that's like you come in your house and your wife's like, don't tell me I got mail. Well, now you know what he's got now? He gone pale. He gone pale. You've gone pale.
You've gone pale. They're going to bury him in one of those freaking AOL CDs we used to get. Oh, my God. Yeah, how many of those?
It's a snail. Getting eaten.
They should cremate him and just put him in a fucking mailbox. Spare him that way. Nah, fucking loser. Anyway.
Everything he does.
He's probably rich as shit from that.
And everything he does goes back to that. He looks outside and he's like, oh, look, it's hail. This show's a fail.
Kid's a real jerk off. He's like, you got bail.
You get bail.
I'm in jail. See, too bad he wasn't a... That would have been perfect.
Oh, yeah.
You're in jail. Still, you've gone pale.
Well, you know what?
I can't get over that one. That was perfect.
At least he didn't send a bunch of kids to do looking at porn.
This is true, right?
Like on the back of the fucking Wicked toys, where it's like, visit wicked.com.
Oh.
I'm like, wait, wicked.com, isn't that like Wicked porn? Not Wicked the movie.
The minute I heard that, I was like, fired. So fired. Somebody is fired.
Somebody's done.
It was just so bad. But, people don't forget. What the hell was that? Did you get electrocuted?
No, that's me touching the microphone.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get touched, Oh. Yeah, I mean, fucking, you got wicked.com.
Wicked.com.
I mean, who the fuck buys a toy and looks at but yeah, that, and somebody was saying about that too, that proofreading shit, that goes through like 70 different channels.
Oh,
nobody caught that? Nobody caught that.
No.
know?
How did you miss? Like you said, somebody's fucking fired.
Oh, so fired. But who do you fire? I mean, please.
How will you explain that?
You can't explain that.
Everybody at the office was heard about this, and they were just like,
Oh, no.
"Oh no, no!"
Well, good for them because they freaking all the toys always spoil all the movies anyway.
That's
so
right.
that's
Fuck
right.
those fuckers. Justin's got a couple of them though. He bought a couple before they got pulled from the shelves. And,
Good for him.
well, Mila's girlfriend works at Target. And she's like, "Yeah, we got a whole stack of them in the back."
Oh yeah. I mean, are they
they'll
really
do?
going to be?
They'll send them a roll of stickers.
Yep.
And go where it says wicked.com in the back. Just put these stickers on there so it says wickedthemovie.com just over that.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Guaranteeing that's what they'll do.
Yeah. So, don't mind me. I'm actually monitoring the TikTok Live.
Yes.
We're on the TikTok Live. We got some people showing up. What's up? What's up, everybody? Joshu. We're going to wave at him.
I'll wave at you. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Well, in other news, Terrifier 3 has finally ended its theatrical run
Oh, thank God.
with $84 million. For a $2 million budget movie, that's not too bad.
I freaking love it. I love it. He's a new He's a new horror icon, that Art the Clown. I love it. I mean, I thought the movie, like we talked about our reviews.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't as good as 2, but still,
No.
I mean, it was. I mean, if you're a gorehound, you can't go any. You can't do worse. You can do better. You can't do any worse.
Well, you know how you could do worse?
What's that?
You could fucking put a live boxing event on Netflix.
Oh, wow.
It really did remind me of the days when I would watch, like, when we lived together and I'd be trying to watch the Utah Jazz games online with Real Player. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
You're like, I think he looks like a black guy. That's got to be. That's gotta be Karl Malone.
It was like playing Mike Tyson Punch Out on NES. It was just
So bad.
wow. And you know what I can't
And the
stand
fucking fix was in. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about it. First of all, we got to see Mike Tyson's bare ass, which was that was payment enough.
That's enough.
Hashtag cheeks.
Hashtag Dark Moon.
The memes now are just going fucking crazy with that. I love it. I mean, we had it on our TikTok. I mean, our Facebook too. But yeah, I mean, you know what it was, dude? I got sucked into the hype. Even my mother, my 77-year-old mother, I was upstairs and she's like, I was talking about it. Like, yeah, she's like, what are you going to do tonight? And I was like, I think I'm just going to get a pizza and watch the fights. And she goes, oh, what fight is going to be on? I was trying to explain it to her and she was like, didn't get it. And then all of a sudden, she's like, are you going to watch it? Because, like, I saw this thing on TV and they said she got sucked into it.
She didn't give a shit when you were talking about it, but fucking, I saw it on the news. The guy, Chuck Scarborough was talking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is
So
Chuck Scarborough even allowed still?
I don't know. Pat Battle's still around now.
Battle.
That fucking sexy
Holy
bitch.
shit.
No, yeah, it was that. And then so I got sucked into the hype of it too, and I'm like, all right. So I put it on, and yeah, I mean, so many people are talking. They said like 60 million people watched that.
Wow.
On Netflix, which you're probably like thinking 60 million times. What's the subscription
And they couldn't
rate?
fucking keep the stream up.
You knew that was going to happen.
Well, this says a lot because they're looking at putting NFL football games on there.
Yeah.
And they're looking at putting WWE's moving to Netflix, aren't they?
Yeah. I think this was the litmus test of let's try it out.
Failed.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't horrible. I mean, there was some freezing. There was some buffering. Then it did go pixelated for a little bit. But it's to be expected. For me, it was like, I watched it and I was like, it was exactly what I thought it would be. It was a fucking clown show.
So one of my favorite TikToks about it is there's like a TikTok of what the fight was like, and it's these those little gray kittens, the little fluffy ones like Manal had.
Yeah.
And they're just like patting each other in the face. One slaps the other one goes,
You know
That's
what
it was like.
Yeah, you know what it is? It was I don't know.
It was bullshit.
The undercard was pretty good. I mean, the female fight, that was...
Oh, my God. And that one fucking Irish bitch, Katie, whatever, she should be fucking disqualified for the headbutts.
Oh, with that fucking neck. She had like the George Corpse Grinder Fisher neck. Did you see that?
Yep. Wow.
Well, she did. I was like, respect the neck, baby. Respect the neck.
If you don't know people, Google it.
Yeah, you got to respect the neck. Anyway, but yeah, it was... So, I mean, the undercard, surprisingly, I was like, oh, God, I got to watch all these fucking undercards. And then I watched them. I was like, you know what? It also reminded me, too, that it was like how boring regular boxing is now with UFC and MMA. You're like,
oh, yeah.
This is, like, you hope for a knockout. That's what you're looking for.
You would hope.
And every bout went the distance. You know, even the one that was 10 rounds went the distance. You were like, Jesus Christ, somebody get fucking knocked out. You know?
I don't think we're live on YouTube right now. But
No?
This shit.
Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out.
How am I going to be talking to that guy who, like, you know?
Yeah. Well, we got to figure out the whole YouTube thing, but
that's
yeah.
okay. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, and it was sad because too, it was like, you know, you knew it was going to be a big fucking clown show. So you go on there and it's like, okay, I'm hoping that maybe, you know, you think about the nostalgic of Mike Tyson back in the day. You know,
right.
We talk about
Back in the days when I was young.
damn it, we're old. Where we grew up on, you know, Tyson fighting, knocking people out in the first round in 30 seconds. So I was hoping for a knock. I mean, I didn't care one way or the other who won. I mean, I wanted Tyson to beat the shit. And that was the thing. Like, you watched all the sparring with him, and I was like, oh, my God, he's going to freaking murder Jake Paul.
There was part of me that was hoping beyond hope that Tyson would have been like, I don't give a shit about the money.
Yeah.
And would have been like, I'm just going to knock him out in the first round.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't get. I mean, apparently Jake Paul got $40 million. Tyson got $20 million.
Yeah.
But
there was
let's slap each other. Let's slap each other around in the ring and, you know, collect our payday. And
but weren't there a lot of weird rule details? Things like, I don't know, if Mike knocked him out in the first round, Tyson got nothing. And it had to go like 4 rounds before Tyson could start like making money.
Yeah.
So. And he made so much per round, and Jake couldn't win unless Tyson landed a certain number of punches. It was like all these weird fucking rules, which makes you go, it was all bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, they did. I mean, cause they were doing like the lighter gloves and the 2-minute rounds as opposed to 3 minutes, and like Tyson too. I mean, like, there were one point where like Tyson was he was like real. I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Like he was just. Like kind of out of it, biting his glove, and he's like, "I have a biting fetish," you know, like whatever.
You got a biting fetish?
No, he said he had like a biting something or other. Like he has a, I don't know, whatever. But he was biting his glove. Jake Paul was just basically tapping him, like
it's either I bite the glove or I bite your ear off. Ask Evander.
Exactly. And dude, they were interviewing him. Was it Evander or was the other one that was like? He was in another fucking planet. I was like, somebody got hit in the head way too much.
Oh, yeah.
It was interesting. Like, you know, it was something to watch. I was like, okay, you know, but like, people got so upset. Like, first of all, it wasn't pay-per-view, so you didn't pay for it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You put it on Netflix, which you're paying for anyway.
Yep.
You know, you got to watch the thing, but like, you were hoping for somebody to get the shit beat out of them.
That's what I honestly believe that's what they're doing. They gave it to us for free as like that litmus test. And I'm telling you right now, they're going to do like what Disney did during COVID with like, hey, you want to watch this first run movie? You can pay and get it right away. And they're going to start doing pay-per-views, add-on pay-per-view stuff.
You think so?
On Netflix. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, I don't know.
As soon as they get this all figured out, they fucking, without a doubt, will be doing pay-per-views. I was telling Kate, I think they figured this all out right from the start when everybody was cutting the cord. Where they were like, all right, everybody's going to cut the cord. But like you had Sling TV and Direct TV doing like the online for all your channels kind of shit. In one place. But I think like the Netflixes and all that were like, we'll keep the price low. And then as the years go on, we'll raise the price. Mm-hmm. But then we'll start to offer them a commercial tier version. And then we'll start rolling other services in and charging you a little bit more and saying, well, you're getting these other, and it's just turning back into big cable, but online.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're all at that point now where it's just like, you know, we have Verizon Fios, and we just rearranged our whole fucking house, our apartment, and I was like, "Do you want to hook up the Verizon box?" No, like, I don't want to run a cable. Like, who gives a shit?
Yep.
I'm watching I bought a fucking new TV with and it's got fucking
Wi-Fi and everything.
Wi-Fi. It's a Roku TV, so I'm like, I don't even have my Apple TV plugged in. I'm just I'm just doing everything through the Roku. So, yeah.
Well, you should, Gregory.
I mean, they're gonna start doing it. I'm sure they'll do pay-per-view stuff, but like we were saying with the fight, it's just like, it was harmless. It was a clown show. It just, I felt bad for Tyson. You know, Jake Paul was he was Jake Paul. You know, like, he was just whatever. I mean, you know, either way, it was for that fight, it was a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Tyson freaking beats the shit out of a young kid or whatever, or just whatever. People would have been like, but if Jake Paul knocked out Tyson, they would have hated him even more.
Yeah. So
it was like, you know, and they all just praised each other and licked each other's balls afterwards, and, you know, we got to see Mike Tyson's ass. It was fucking great. It's whatever, but...
Well, apparently, we'll be getting to see more of Rey in Star Wars sagas.
Ooh!
This is a bit of news. Well, this went back like 2 weeks ago. Because the news I had for 2 weeks ago, before I last minute realized I promised my daughters I would take him to that show in Brooklyn, was Simon Kinberg was tapped to write the new chapter of the Star Wars saga. That's going to be potentially be the Skywalker saga. But since then, they've come out and said that, yeah, we're going to continue with the Skywalker saga with Rey.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point they hired Mimi to write the next Star Wars.
Hold on. Let me I'm just filing this one under who gives a fuck.
Seriously, I mean, at this point, Lucasfilm is just, I don't know what they're doing.
It's like when someone promises you they're gonna eat your ass and then they just go, I can't. I got a sore throat.
Yeah, it's just not fair.
Stop promising me things that you're not going to deliver on. Come see, like you say, come see me when you actually have something.
When they're filming on set, when they're just like, hey, look, we're filming this movie. Great. You know, like they have gone through so much with writers, you know, Benioff and Weiss, Rian Johnson gets a trilogy, Taika Waititi, Sean Levy,
Greg Gilroy.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, now they're doing fucking.
Oh wait, no, it's the other Gilroy.
Then the one Gilroy that actually fucking writes a good one. You got Andor and Rogue One. But then they're doing all this. First, like 2 years ago, they announced we're going to do 3 movies. One's going to be a Rey movie. One's going to be The Birth of the Jedi with James Mangold.
Right.
And then The Mandalorian and Grogu. And you're like, okay, who cares? Right? And now, so Mandalorian
no, I
and
already
Grogu.
got that one on my list of who gives a fuck.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian Grogu.
That one, yeah. Okay.
It's like,
and they were going to do, like, all right, so then... So now they announced these, and now Simon Kinberg is writing a new trilogy with Rey. So it's like, okay, well, what about the one with the Rey movie they were writing before? Are they still doing that? Is it a separate one? Like the birth? Like, just fucking come up with a plan.
Yeah, and
just come up with a plan
and stick to it.
Shit on George Lucas and the prequels and all that shit all you want. I'm a prequel apologist.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, at least he had a fucking vision.
Doesn't matter that he copied it from fucking somewhere else.
Who cares? But at least he had a fucking, beginning, middle, end.
Yep.
And he did the prequel. Like, say what you want about the prequels. They've definitely aged well. These new trilogies, like the sequel trilogy, I could give a fuck about. But, like, come on, man. Like, just, all right, maybe it will be cool. I don't know, right? But at the same time, it's just like, all right, at least they have one guy writing all 3.
Yes.
Like, you could pick different directors. The problem with the sequel trilogy was always just like, you had JJ, who basically just remade episode 4.
Yep.
Like, the more you watch the sequel trilogy, the more you get pissed off. Like, you're just like, okay, so JJ did episode 7. We're all fucking nostalgia based. Like, we're like, oh my God. Me too, dude. I fucking drank the Kool-Aid. You watch it, you're like, this is basically episode 4. Okay, moving on. Yep. Rian Johnson, I love the fucking Last Jedi. People fucking shit on it. But he was just like, all right, I'm just going to do something. He was just left with a pile of shit. Was like, all right, I guess I'll do my own thing. And people hated it. Yep. But there was some great, that fight with Kylo and Rey with the red after they killed Snoke. That was one of the best fights.
Yeah.
Visually, it looks amazing.
I thought it was a good movie.
But you got, Leia Poppins. Okay, you can skip that. And, there's some other stuff. And then The Rise of Skywalker. Jesus Christ. Then they put fucking JJ back, and he's just like, she's a Palpatine. Come on. Stop.
Not even trying.
So now, okay, you're going to do this. Great. Thoughts and prayers. Hope for the best.
Everybody, thoughts and prayers. Well, speaking of all the Star Wars.
Now, hold on there 1 second here, young
It'll make sense. It'll make sense.
Maybe the two of us get down in the old pickup truck.
Hi, everybody. I'm
One of
Tiki.
them movie plexes where we can go sit down and eat a
Suck each other's-
popcorn and check out some preview.
The Disney 2025 slate trailer that they released.
Yes.
That was all the Marvel, all the Disney, but there was some Star Wars stuff in there. I think they dropped some Andor in there.
Yes.
And I'm and Skeleton Crew, and I'm worried.
Why?
Just because I'm worried that Andor season 2 is not going to stand up. Like, I don't know. Just with the trajectory of everything they've been coming out with lately, it just gives me real shit my pants. And
I have hope in the Gilroy. Like,
Okay.
he's the one that, at least out of all these shows,
right.
he's the one that's just like, yeah, man, all right, Filoni, whatever, dude. I'm going to make my own shit. Like, fuck you. Like, just, he's got to, and there's an end game to it. At least it's like there's nowhere else to go after this. Boom, right in the Rogue One. You can't keep going.
And I also think that it does help that what he's creating isn't directly tied to the Skywalker verse.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
he can kind of do. I mean, I think that's what we need more of: people doing whatever the fuck they want in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
And just putting it out and going like, forget about this has nothing to do with Luke Skywalker and all those people and Darth Vader and all that. They're around during this, but this is something that's a planet far, far away that nobody gives a shit about, and what's going on there during all this.
Yeah, the problem with it too is that it's just, first of all, like everybody shits on Kathleen Kennedy, right? She's one of the biggest producers.
Make a female, make it gay, Kathleen Kennedy?
Yes, that was her. She's a well-known producer. She's produced super hit. I mean, and as much as everybody goes, well, Kathleen Kennedy, each one of the Star Wars sequel trilogies made over $1 billion, right? So it's like, okay, so there's that. But at the same time, like, they're all over the place. Like Kathleen Kennedy and even Dave Filoni too. Everybody's like, oh, he's the savior of Star Wars. It's like he is so grilled into like, well, George wouldn't think this way, and like there's so many books, so many comics, so much canon that they're like, nah. They're like, well, we don't know what to do. We don't. You have a fountain, a plethora, a cornucopia per se of lore from comic books and novels and the Thrawn trilogy and Lost Stars and Heir to the Empire. It's like, no, we don't want to do that. We're just going to come up with our own shit. Look at this cool little droid. You're like, fucking, I hate you. I hate you. Stop. Seriously, like, just fucking, not you. I love you, but like, Kathleen, they got to stop. Like, they just got to get somebody in there that, and at first everybody's just like, well, Dave Filoni. Like, I get it. Dave Filoni is good with the animated stuff.
Right.
When you put him in front of fucking Ahsoka, no. Like, just no. Just keep the animation. I know you're a George Lucas freaking ball licker, but, so am I. But at the same time, I don't know. It's such a mess.
Well, yeah. There was a lot on that thing, too. There was, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man's on there.
Yeah.
There was Captain America Brave New World, which had its own full trailer, which actually looks a little bit better.
Dude, I'm excited for Brave New World. I mean, I love that whole Winter Soldier, Civil War, espionage kind of thing. And the new trailer definitely gave me better feels.
The Daredevil, Born Again.
Can't go wrong with that.
Snow White. The Amateur.
Snow White.
The Amateur, which comes April 11th. That's the one with, what's his name? Fucking Freddie Mercury, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh,
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot guy. Yeah. Remy Malik.
Remy Malik, who works for like the CIA or NSA as an analyst kind of thing, and his girlfriend gets killed or some shit like that. And
It's a tale as old as time, my friend.
Andor season 2 coming April 22nd.
All right, 2 days after my birthday.
Thunderbolts, which we got a full trailer for Thunderbolts.
I mean, I'm digging the
Oh my
Thunderbolts.
god, it looks so fucking good.
Yeah, I mean,
so good.
more Red Guardian, more gooder.
Oh,
That's all I say. Just him and fucking.
I got the Red Guardian beard going on.
And
I
they
need
even
to cosplay as the Red Guardian.
and they even yeah, dude, you should totally do that for Halloween. Yeah, then they actually dropped the with USA Agent where she called him Dime Store Captain
Dime
America.
Store- I loved it.
And we all know who bought Avengers Tower.
Yes,
We all know who bought that. So
she got it at a discount.
yeah, she probably did.
Ironheart. Okay,
I'm still digging. I have hope.
you got Fantastic Four First Steps.
Yeah.
Eyes of Wakanda, Freakier Friday, Marvel Zombies.
Freakier. I like how they slipped that in there, like Freakier Friday.
Yeah, Tron Ares.
Isn't that one with
another-
fucking?
I need another Tron movie.
That's the one with Jared Leto in
Yeah.
it. Oh boy, I didn't see the second one.
Predator Badlands. I don't know anything about that one.
I think it's the same people who did Prey. I'm hoping. I pray that it's the Prey.
Okay, Zootopia 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
That's right. Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
Why do I need it? But I don't. I'll watch it.
Does he put out like Wonder Bread?
Avatar: Fire and Ash. 'Cause
Nice.
We need more avatars. More
Well,
blue people.
Does that mean Ash from Evil Dead's going to be in it? That would
No.
be great.
You know what's missing from that Disney slate?
Star Wars.
Little Mermaid. Oh wait, that's a horror movie.
Now, see, we mentioned, Little Mermaid. Manal sent it to me. I thought it was a joke. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding?" Like, this is, it's a real movie.
And it looks like one of the better like horror adaptations of a Disney. Well, I mean, it's not even Little Mermaid. Isn't even a fucking Disney story.
I mean, if you say so.
It looks better than fucking Pooh, Blood, and Honey was.
True.
It looks like more of a movie than just like.
I thought it was. I mean, it was definitely interesting. I was
Oh,
like,
boy, was it.
"Oh boy."
It looks about as good as that Hellboy movie.
Now I heard things.
What'd you hear?
I heard it wasn't as bad as people say.
All right.
It can't be as bad as the David. I mean, as much as we love David Harbour, we were just talking about him. Oh boy, that
boy.
movie sucked. I got about an hour through. I've never walked out of a movie since The Bear,
Oh, yeah, I know.
and I was just like,
It's a fucking bear.
"This is fun." I was like,
Fucking diapers. I shit my pants every day. I can't walk.
I mean,
No,
I don't know.
Say it ain't
man.
so, Gregory.
It's true. But yeah, a couple of juicy trailers. Like I said, a lot of the 2025 slate for Disney. Like I said, I do have hope for Andor. You're gonna get some Krennic. You're gonna get some K2SO.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get the Gargoyle. The
Go.
Star Child. Yeah. Oh God, I love the Gargoyle. I don't know why. It's like the. God, why can't I think of it now? The Mythosaur.
The Mythosaur.
The Mythosaur.
The Mythosaur.
Watch out for the Rancor. Get on it, fucking Iron Maiden.
Mythosaur.
Oh, God damn it. So, yeah, got some good trailers coming up. So, movie-wise,
Did you watch any movies?
I did.
What'd you watch?
I watched as your wife. She's
My
been bugging.
wife.
She's like, "Did you watch Woman of the Hour? Woman of the Hour?" I watched Woman of the Hour.
Oh, and?
It was good. It was Anna Kendrick.
Okay.
Her she directed her own debut. It was about true story about the there was a guy on the dating game who won,
Yes.
and he was a serial killer.
Oh.
Definite like it was different than what I expected. Like but pretty brutal. Like not gory or anything like that. I thought it would be a lot more on Anna Kendrick's character.
It wasn't.
No, she kind of like we'll talk a little.
Don't give it all away. Justin probably hasn't seen it yet.
Well, too bad. Yeah, I mean it's a true story, so I mean you can pretty much look it up. But at the same time, like, yeah, he wins. go, and they're supposed to go on a date, and then she kind of creeps him out, and then she just is like, fuck this, I'm out, and then she leaves. So she kind of dodges a bullet, because apparently this guy
was planning on killing her.
He was definitely gonna get. He was one of those like walks around with his camera like, I want to take pictures of you, and then next thing you know, smell this rag. One of those. But I won't spoil the ending of it, because the way he gets caught, the girl that survives, another survivor, fucking dude, smart. She was so smart how she got out of this. Like, the fact that what happened and that she survived, and then she was just like, I'm going to get this guy. And she totally played him. And
nice.
So, yeah, I would recommend it. It's a Netflix jam. Like I said, it's I'd give it a good, I'll give it a solid 3 out of 5 pals. It was, a quick movie. It was different than what I thought. It showed a lot of like the 1970s, like how they treated women, kind of like, it was interesting because I just watched Maxine, the last episode. So this one kind of, but it was the 70s version of kind of like how women are treated. And how that whole dating game show was just fucking weird. Yeah. It was just weird.
It is a weird idea.
What about you, man? Did you see any good moves?
There's a spider. Kill the spider. Yeah, I did. I watched a movie called Your Monster.
Your Monster?
Your Monster. So just to set it up, because I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole and I haven't been able to get the original yet. But originally this was like a short film someone made in like 2020.
Okay.
And same premise, but I guess it got picked up and was like, can you make that into a full-length feature? And they did. So the idea is this girl, she's dating this guy, and they're together for like 2 years, write this like Broadway show. It's going to get produced and put on Broadway. The lead role is hers. He's like, this is your role. I've workshopped this whole thing with you. I can't picture anybody else doing it. It has to be you. And then she gets cancer.
Oh, that
and
old
like,
gag.
Just as she goes through her cancer treatment, he dumps her. And then she finishes her treatment. She moves back into her mom's house, and her mom is dead. But she moves back into her mom's house, and he's having auditions for the play. Doesn't even let her know. Doesn't tell her, hey, try out, nothing. But when she moves back into her house, I guess apparently the childhood monster who lived under her bed is still there, kind of thing.
Okay.
Look, where's
spoil the shit out of it. I don't give a shit.
Hit the spoil button for me, because I can't find it. That's good. So apparently she gets a spot on the play. She tries out and kind of like goes to auditions, gets a spot, is the understudy for the lead role that she should have had. The main actress finds out that like all this shit he did to her, and is like, how about this opening night, you go and just go on stage and do the show in my role.
Oh,
fuck him. So she does, and then during her intermission, he comes out and he's yelling at her, and like there's all this stuff about like the incidents where she was about to kiss this kid in the closet when she was like younger, and then he like starts blasting her like, and the monster comes and like scratches the kid's face, and then there's like all these things that happen through her life with him, and then all of a sudden like the boyfriend who's yelling at her, the stage curtains open up, she sings a song, everybody's sitting there, and he's fucking dead on the stage.
Oh, Jesus.
And there was no monster. It was like her inner monster comes out and killed him.
Oh, okay. So
she killed him.
She's the monster.
And you know who the star of this movie is? It's the girl from Scream. The one who they fired because of...
yeah.
It stars her.
Okay, what the fuck was her name?
Yeah, I fucking can't remember.
Look it up. Look, Google it.
I'll give it. It was a good premise and well done. I'll give it a solid 3.5 pals, man. I really did enjoy it. I might even watch it again at some point.
And what was it on?
I don't know. I just got a.
I'll look it up. Yeah, look it up.
Just like the other movie I watched that I got a copy of like a week before it came out was Red One.
Oh.
And I know people are shitting on that movie, being like, "Oh, the special effects are bad. The story is stupid."
It's a Christmas
fucking
movie.
Kids' Christmas movie, and yes, the special effects are fucking, Justice League level bad.
We have detected inactivity during your current live. Complete the verification.
Complete the verification.
Drag the puzzle piece into place.
Yes, drag that puzzle piece, Gregory.
There you go, fucky.
Well, you got to be interacting with the people.
I have. I've been
waving.
I've been waving and all that stuff.
And blowing the viewers. They'd have to come over here though. Nobody can deep throat a mic like me. I mean you. So Red One. Look, Santa's been kidnapped. I'm not going to spoil the movie, but The Rock is the Santa's head of security.
Oh,
and
boy.
Chris Evans is like a world tracker, world level, like best tracker in the world, but on the naughty list. NL level 4. Naughty list of level 4. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie, dude.
Yeah.
Just take it for what it is.
Just
it's a
go
fun
with
little Christmas movie with, what's his name? J.K. Simmons is Santa.
Yeah, and what was the other one that we didn't talk about it in the trailers? I forget the name of it, too. The new one with Jack Black. Where it's a kid, and he writes Satan instead of Santa. He shows up.
Dude, I can't wait to see that. That looks fucking phenomenal.
That does look ridiculous, but
I meant to. I gotta go back to our last show because I was gonna say, Glory Sushi.
Glory Sushi.
Yeah, it's. I put it in the notes for last week that it was something I was going to tell you. I saw a trend on TikTok at one point that was online of Glory Sushi where it's like a glory hole.
Okay.
But you go up to the hole and put your mouth to it, and they put like surprise sushi in your mouth. Feed you like random sushi. I don't know why anybody would do that.
Sushi, just looking at it sometimes is rough.
Let me get some glory hole sushi.
I think I'd actually take a cock in my mouth for that.
Oh, jeez. You heard it here, people.
Oh.
Look on slash, what is it? R for R? Is that the...
Oh, jeez. Misconnections.
Misconnections. Anybody know a glory hole in Newburgh?
Newburgh Glory Hole.
Newburgh Glory Hole.
Tonight. Yeah, I mean, shit.
DM me.
God, I've lost my mind.
Anyway, I told you about my movies. There was only one TV show that I was going to talk about. Eddie Redmayne. You know Eddie Redmayne?
No.
The fucking ginger who was in all those Fantastic Beasts and
Where to Find Them and Under My Balls. Yeah.
Eddie Redmayne, this guy.
Oh, okay.
He's about as charismatic as a pickle. I'm sorry. I just look at it. He's got no personality, really. Anything I see him, he's just like very like what?
Oh, no.
Yeah. He is definitely the definition of a soulless ginger.
Be careful. They have no soul.
And you want to know something?
What's that?
It fucking works in this show.
Oh.
The Day of the Jackal, which was a book and a movie.
I've heard of that.
About an assassin. But he's like, just like the fact that he's got that like deadpan, no emotion, like, oh, there's that fucking spider.
Oh, we'll get him later.
But it works because he's an assassin in this. It's just an interesting. I'm not going to get into like the plot of it.
Yeah,
because I've watched. I mean, what is it? Tale as Old as Time here.
Yeah,
it's the same story. He's an assassin. He's got a family. He's got to kill one last kill to make money so he can get out of the gate, like all that shit.
Do these people write these movies and think like this is really going to crack the code? Like
no,
it's the same shit.
But it's they're not even trying. It was a movie. It was a book and a movie, so they're just doing a show of the book and movie.
True.
I enjoy that kind of stuff. It's very, Jack Ryan, very, all those spy and shit.
It's harmless.
They've got my money. I'll always watch those things. Mm-hmm. I watched season 1 of Slow Horses, and apparently it's an amazing fucking show. I just could not get on board in the first day. I was like,
Slow Horses.
Shit. With Gary Oldman, and it's a spy show with Gary Oldman.
Oh, okay.
It's on Apple TV. That's why you haven't heard of it, because you don't have Apple TV.
I do, actually.
Yeah, but you don't watch it. You got it on game, Gregory. That's where I'm watching Silo, which is probably one of the fucking best shows out there.
Are you serious?
Silo?
Yes.
I fucking love that show.
I've heard about Silo, but like I've never heard anybody say it was good.
Really? I fucking love it.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing I watched really,
Common.
Common,
and
of
Tim
course.
Robbins.
Oh, you got Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins, Common, that other lady.
That other bitch.
The one who stars in it.
Oh, I don't know. No, I mean, please. What did I watch this week? I mean, we'll get into we'll talk about the finale of that. But I continue
heartbreaking the finale of that.
Oh my God. Yeah, the one that I watched was, it was so funny because during that we talked about the Jake Paul Tyson fight.
Yeah.
Like Ralph Macchio and Zapka were on, and they were like, next 5 episodes of Cobra Kai, the final season, just dropped tonight. I was like, yeah, real smart, dropping it on the same day as the Tyson fight. Like, who gives a fuck? But I did watch it.
And
they should have ended that show like a season ago.
I'm sure. You want to know something? I stopped watching it 2 seasons ago. So.
Yeah, it's the now they're in the Sakai Takai, which is like this international global
Sig Heil.
Sakai Takai. I just kept saying it. Yes, you gotta watch this because they say it 100 times. Yeah, it's, you know what it is. It's candy. It goes down sweet. It's fine. It's corny as shit. I mean, it's like
But that's what you're signing up for.
Yeah, it's melodrama. It's still like they're still fighting. This one's doing this. It's like the only thing I was laughing about is like the karate that everybody, like, there's one at the end of the last episode of this chunk. There was just like this big melee of everybody just fighting and stuff. And the funniest thing is that guy Hawk.
Yeah.
Every time he does a move, they do the "Caw!" It's like they still put that in. I'm like, oh my god. And then you got Ralph Macchio and all that shit. Like, they're doing karate. You got Chosen. You got fucking. They just pull all the nostalgia Easter egg berries in it, and then you got the young generation and all that stuff, and it's just such like cornball fucking shit. But I'm still like, 5 episodes out, half hour each. They went down fucking sweet. They were easy,
Yeah, you know what else goes down sweet?
What's that?
Oh my god, nothing. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not. We're on TikTok, dude.
Yeah, I'm waving at everybody, even this guy. Who's
that guy?
I don't know, but it's in some sort of language. We got Curly from Mouthwashing. That's an interesting name. June.
Curly's washing his mouth.
Jolish Fran. I don't know. We got some interesting characters here in the Tiki. But yeah, as far as new stuff. Where did I go?
What happened?
I don't know. We're just not on the screen.
Are we back?
I don't know. You did something. Yeah. So anyway, what was I gonna say? So easily distracted. Squirrel.
I'm listening.
We have to get into
the penguin.
Man,
dude, that fucking episode broke my goddamn heart.
Why?
I know why.
It was just like at the end, you're like,
Oh no!
oh, Vic.
Oh no! No!
That was me watching that freaking thing when they're choking him out. I was just like, why? But I get it. The more you watch those freaking after shows and they talk about it, you're like, okay, but dude, wow.
He can't have anybody that he's emotionally attached to.
I know.
Makes him weak. He was ready to fucking give everything up for his mother.
I know, but
he was ready to let his fucking mother die.
Yeah, and she's fucking comatose in that. Look, I got you the penthouse that you wanted, and she's
Mom,
like,
it's an
freaking
abandoned, fucking blown out building, and you're sitting there staring out the windows.
Oh,
why does the penguin always live in shitholes?
I don't know, but then his freaking girlfriend dresses up like his mom, and you're like,
oh god.
The end of that, you're just like, oh, but it was such a.
He wants to bone his mom.
Hey, tell me you love me, mom. Tell me I did good. You're like, wow.
If he doesn't
talk about mommy issues.
If he doesn't get a fucking Emmy for that show, if she doesn't get a fucking Emmy for that show.
Oh, Sophia Falcone or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, my God. And they're teeing her up for, her sister writes her in the fucking loony bin.
Oh, yeah. You got the Catwoman going on.
Catwoman's coming, and I think that's going to lead right into the new Batman movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
They 2 of them, so.
They said that this leads right into Batman Part 2, which I'm hoping they do the Court of Owls. It looks like they're going to do that. And they're doing, we didn't really talk about it in the
Talk
news
about
part.
Who gives a fuck, man?
What the fuck?
I'm talking about fucking Glory Hole Sushi. You can talk about fucking Batman.
Yeah,
you know what? You know what I read? I read Absolute Batman, issue number 1.
Oh,
fucking amazing.
I heard it's freaking.
It's fucking amazing. You need to read it.
I will. I'm gonna get on that and Absolute Superman, man. Which
actually, before you leave, I have a copy of it upstairs. I'll lend it to you so you can read it. Just take good care of it.
Thanks, pal.
It's in like a folder.
That's cool. Yeah, but they were also talking about they're doing more kind of like they're gonna go do the Joker one.
Sure.
So they'll do these little, TV shows in between the movies, because I think what they'll do is.
Wait, are you telling me that over at DC, Warner Brothers DC, that what's his name, who's now in charge of all that?
James Gunn.
James Gunn is actually world building?
Yeah.
Amazing. So he does a Batman movie, and then he's doing a Penguin show that's going to lead into the next Batman movie, but then he's going to do a Joker show,
which will go into
the next Batman movie.
Yeah.
No way. World building.
I know.
Oh, it's like they were watching somebody.
Well, you can't give James Gunn that much credit on the Matt Reeves, but you got to give Matt Reeves all the fucking credit.
Give him all the Gilroy credits.
And they're just doing like a Gotham, like it's an Elseworlds thing, but it's more of just based on Gotham. It's like a Gotham verse.
Okay,
what they're doing. So they'll do the Barry Keoghan Joker, moving into the third movie. So, I'm fucking all in for it, man.
Fucking psyched.
And then also the guy that was in Sons of Anarchy. This is the new rumor too. The therapist guy that was in Penguin. Yes. I always forget what his name was in that show. He's totally going to be Scarecrow.
Oh, yeah. Of
course. He's got the Scarecrow vibes. So I'm all for it, man. I mean, give me Court of Owls. Give me fucking Scarecrow. Shit, give me Clayface at this point. Like, just, don't go to the...
You know what, though? I feel like something like Clayface, they'll fuck it up.
They're not going to... Well,
with CGI.
The one thing they did say, Matt Reeves, is like, he's like, we're not going into the supernatural, mystical, like it's all going to be fucking ground based, you know. So
good.
I still would want to see a Mr. Freeze though in that world.
Even if you make Clayface like a guy who like fucking Darkman can,
you don't have to
wear a mask thing. Like I don't fucking know.
I mean, please, they did the Riddler. He wasn't dressed up in a fucking pair of tights with the fucking cane with the question mark. I mean, they figured it out, but I still want them to do that Mr. Freeze story about him and his wife. Yeah, that was a good one. So we'll see.
It's time to chill out.
Not that one. That one's up there with the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes, which we don't talk about.
We don't.
No, we don't talk about that shit. So yeah, man.
Any other TV?
Really? No. I mean, we talked about Penguin. I mean, we talked about Agatha on there. That was the last one. Cobra Kai, if you want some saccharin, go fucking watch that shit. And I think that's pretty much it.
There's anything else I'm watching, so
yeah, I think it might be that.
I put some stuff on the list.
You did?
I did. Well, look, I told you when it comes to new music, I listen to not just the Spotify, recommended for you one. I also just go right to like this week's releases. Like you've got Release Radar, which is your shit.
Yeah.
But then you've got New Music Friday, which is everything.
Yes.
So when I'm driving to work, I will put on the New Music Friday and I will just listen and I'll give every song a little bit. But the second I hear a song go, I'm like, out, next. I can't. I just can't.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I will say there has been some good. Like I've been saying, the algorithm has been working for me. I'm finding a lot of music that of bands like so. There's a couple that I put on the playlist that some aren't necessarily like new.
Right. Sure,
but I'm like, wow, these guys are great. I've never heard of them. I mean, you got. Basically, I mean, Linkin Park dropped their full-length album from Zero, which, you know what? It's not bad. Yeah. It's different. I mean, I give Shinoda the credit of, like, saying, like, hey, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing this anyway. And we have this female say she does the old stuff justice. It's never going to be Chester Bennington, but we're doing our own shit. So good on them. I mean, the tour is fucking going wild. And,
at least they're not doing a fucking fuck CKY.
Oh Jesus! Yeah,
I didn't know if we were going to talk about that.
No, I mean you.
Well, the singer CKY punched the fucking guy from Alien
Ant Farm. Which I mean, who doesn't want to punch the singer from Alien Ant Farm?
And they've been kicked off the tour.
Well, that's a fucking sad day. It was like we talked about that other one. It was a couple of weeks ago where it was like, they had to cancel the Helmet tour, and I'm like, of course,
who cares?
Yeah, who's going to see Helmet? I mean, they had their time. But there was a couple of bands I just wanted to highlight this week just because, like I said, the algorithm has been working. I mean, there's been a lot of bullshit, but then I've discovered a couple of bands that that I was just like, oh my God, okay. There was a band called Manosaurus, which they have a single out called Full of Shit. It's basically two guys, and they have that stupid fucking, you know, the fucking T-Rex heads on, and they just rock out. And it's actually a really good song. Couple of other ones here I saw. There was a band that popped up called This Is a Revolver.
Okay.
They have a single out called House Orders. Really good stuff. Like, just there's been a lot of good, like, punk kind of like we were saying, a lot of female singers, you know, female fronted ones. And then there was one really that I saw. There's a band called Wonder Horse. Now this band came out, well, at least this album came out in August.
Okay.
But I just started listening to them. Like, they're up there with that other band I'm obsessed with, Poltergeist, where I'm like, wow, this is some good stuff, man. Like, it's just stuff that kind of, you know, went under the radar for me, but at the same time, like, they're following, the stuff's coming up in the algorithm, and I'm kind of digging it. Yeah, I mean, the older stuff is, but they have this new album out called Midas.
Okay.
Good
And they're on
stuff,
tour.
man. They have, I don't know how to explain it. They remind me a lot of, like, early 70s kind of, like, CBGB shit. It's like a band you would see in, like, you know, Max's Kansas City back in the 70s. Okay. You know, like, I don't know, something like that. It was, you know, I'm still coming off the sugar high of the new Cure album, but yeah, everything else really that was on there.
The Bohemian Rhapsody I sent you.
Yes.
Why do we need that?
We don't.
Okay, good.
We actually don't. You know, it's funny because I am a musician, and yeah, believe it or not. 2025, man. 10/20, prove me wrong tour.
Prove me wrong tour.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I ran it. Actually, I didn't run into, but I talked to my buddy Noah, our pal Noah. He actually called me out of the blue today and was just like chatting about shit. He's doing good. But anyway, you had new music too, didn't you?
Look, so I want to address the two little. I don't know if I put them both on the list. First one, there's this. I don't know if you're familiar with Bloodywood.
I love Bloodywood.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's like Bollywood fucking metal.
Bollywood metal rap sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, very new metal stuff. I've heard of them before. You know who actually got me into them was Manal.
Oh, really? They were just on my list of, like, the algorithm's working. It was on my release radar.
Yes.
And I was listening to it. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then it kicks in. It's like,
yeah,
fucking good shit.
Yeah, it's really good. I love
the other
Bloodywood.
thing. I feel like I have to explain myself on this other one.
Okay.
I don't know. The song I put on there is called Get in the Water. And if you are not familiar with Epic,
for this moment, for the perfect time to strike.
So Epic, official concert album. Epic is this group, I guess, this guy who has done so many fucking albums.
Okay.
And
Jorge Rivera Herons.
Yeah, Epic, the official concept album. He has created this. I don't even know how many there are here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I mean,
8,
it's got
9.
millions of fucking streams.
Because all the theater nerds,
okay,
fucking are all in, because he's written all these albums, and it's basically these epic, like, they're like Broadway shows without the show.
So it's like concept records, almost like
And my Anastasia was telling me about it, so I listened to a little bit of it. I was like, okay, I could see where someone likes it, but I'm like, I don't know that I could go as all in as some of these people are with this, where it's like they are all in. And I think these are the same guys who do, what is it, Starchild?
Starchild.
I'm
just thinking of fucking Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Oh, no.
Now that was an epic movie.
Starchild is this group of, is it Star Kids? Star Kids.
Kids Bop?
No, it's Star Kids. Star Kids musical.
Okay.
They do all these like Broadway play type shows. You know, you never heard of Star Kid? Yes, you have.
We're the same age. How come I never
They're these kids who do these like Broadway type shows.
Okay.
They did like a whole like Harry Potter universe type ones, Marvel and DC type shows. It's just they're doing these weird like musical Broadway shows, and then this guy is doing like these album versions of all that without the actual Broadway show.
Yeah, why not? It's kind of like Silence of the Lambs, a musical.
And
that
as,
was a good
yeah,
one.
well, yeah. And as you see, it's like they have millions of listens.
Yeah.
Are you about a size 14?
Put the fucking lotion in the basket, would you? Anyway, I don't know. I just felt like I had to explain, like, because I'm sure if you listen to it, you're like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, I'm putting it on. It's like,
How will you explain that?
I don't know.
You know how you're going to explain it?
Well, how are you going to explain what? Pretty much. Nah, I mean that's pretty much it with the music. I mean, there wasn't that much, but like I said, yeah, I'm really digging my algorithm for some reason. Sometimes, you know, we goof on people like, oh, you watching it? It's like, dude, if it's gonna give me new bands to listen to, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, man.
Well, let's get a little foreplay here. I'm gonna ask. Well, foreplay for the fans if there's anybody fucking still listening.
The Ferns.
Foreplay for the fans.
Okay.
Are you planning on seeing Wicked before next week's episode?
No.
Oh, you're not.
Why?
Okay.
I mean, it's not like you could.
Yes.
So with you guys, Penguin was amazing.
So
And
looking forward to the Gotham verse, Dave.
Absolutely. That you know, I'm
Finally
all
someone
for
giving us good DC content.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, you know, we're all praying for James Gunn. I mean, you know, hopefully Superman. Now that's going to be the tricky thing if Superman eats a dick.
Do not leave my house though without letting me give you the first issue of Absolute Batman.
Yes,
it's really good. I don't know when the second episode. I keep wanting to say episode issue comes out, but I'm waiting for it. And they're doing the Absolute Wonder Woman where she grew up like without the Amazonians, like without like just on her own. Mm-hmm. And then they're doing an Absolute Superman too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I'm worried that's going to be like what was it, Brightburn?
I don't know. We'll see what they do with that. But yeah, I heard of the premise of Absolute Batman. I was watching some YouTube stuff and I was like, dude, it's fucking sounds awesome.
Soon as we sign off, we'll go upstairs and we'll get that.
Oh boy, oh boy.
My ass itches Gregory so much.
There's topical cream for that.
You know what there's topical cream for?
What's that?
For fucking there's topical cream for my fucking yeast infection. Oh.